Oh yeah, I got an ambulance positioned up here, of course. That's near where I'm going. I think it's an ambulance, yeah it is. So they know where I'm going, obviously, right at the intersection there. That's where I'm crossing to go to the late night store that I go to, the store, 24-hour little grocery store that I sometimes go into. So you'll see over there, they've got an ambulance positioned right just in front of it, kind of, just to the side of it. So yeah. Misusing resources as usual, and showing up to stalk. Just got to stop in here before I go to work. I will often stop in here because it's one of the few places that's open late where you can pick up a few things. So they got an ambulance just to the right of the store. The store is just over here, right to the left there, and you can see an ambulance positioned there, straight ahead. This is the intersection here where that one police officer refused to provide, well, the two of them refused to provide their badge number. So I filed a complaint against those officers recently, and I'm just waiting to hear back for that. It says it could take a few weeks, so I mean, when I looked into it, it said it could take up a few weeks. So you can see an ambulance straight ahead there, dealing with nothing as usual. And then the store I'm going to is right here, so it's not right in front of it, but it's close enough right there. Yeah, this is one of the few little mini grocery stores that's open late, so sometimes I'll stop in here on my way to work to pick something up. So they got the ambulance positioned out there, and oh, look at this, got a security guard standing in front of the store as I'm about to enter. Look at this, check this out. I've never seen that before when I come in. Of course. And the timing there. Notice the timing. Right as I enter, they're leaving. Yeah, you can see that the security guards from, I think those were the armored car security guards. They're coming out of the store right as I entered. But it's right here. It's right up. So they knew I'd be walking up this way, so I'd see the ambulance right up there. Let's see if it's there still. Yeah, it's still there. Okay. You got a stalker across the street, tracking a phone, looking over. Yeah, it's over there, just idling in front of the building. So it's not exactly right. See, the store's here, and then the ambulance is there, very close to it. Crossing here. Yeah. So okay. So police showing up in Gatineau tonight, just before I got the bus from there, and then in Ottawa we got an ambulance showing up just next to the location where they knew where I sometimes go. I don't go there all the time, but sometimes if I need to pick up a few things before I go to work, I'll stop in there. So they of course using the emergency services, putting them to good use, setting up the fake little skits as usual. The guy who was doing the fake cough last time. So you can see beyond there, there's another guy wearing camouflage pants as well. The other dude there too. Notice that guy has them on as well, exact same this guy's got the exact same camouflage pants on that. Must be a coincidence. Look who it is, showing up right as I get to the station. That same guy, the fake coffer with the camouflage, wearing a black hoodie as well. It's funny how he shows up right when I get here all the time. So a guy wearing a black hoodie there, another guy with a black hoodie up here, and wearing camouflage pants. Yeah, that's the same guy who I showed in the other video where he's doing the fake coughing noises. He tends to show up right when I get here. Precisely. You can see him there. Wearing the exact same pants every single night. Gotta have your camouflage on. They're gonna come in and inspect and make sure if you're not wearing your camouflage, you might get your universal basic income cut off that they're giving you. Ridiculous, right? Who would have thought the world would turn out this way? Okay, it's leaving. Okay, right away you can see right in front here, as soon as I leave. It's nonsense setup. Yeah, same guys from the house over here. This time they're parked on that side, on the left side. Same as last time. When they pulled up that other night in front of the guy's house. See where they are now. There on that side. It's the one creep who rents a unit in the house where I live there. So it seems like they'll use them a little bit more regularly now. They're going out to the vehicle right as I leave for work. See, the previous night they pulled up the moment I was leaving, and then the guy left as soon as I came home, right as I was coming home. Right away, dog walker, right away as soon as I get off the bus. That's it. Literally as soon as I get off, got him set up there, or her set up there. Listen now. Synchronized. Another ambulance up here. So this is the second time as I've gone to this little market that I sometimes go to here that they have an ambulance set up there again. Oh man, ridiculous. And it was at around the same time too. So like the people looking at that from there, I've got to think, what's going on here? Like the people who, because there are a lot of people who don't know about this too. They got to be thinking, what's going on here? You can see it there. So I'm going, this is where I'm going in. It's technically, it's the same building. You can see the ambulance right there on the right side. Again, I showed the other night. They're parked right at that exact same location, attending to nothing, as they are doing, no doubt, tonight as well. Now the time on the glasses is wrong, so I'm just checking my phone here. So the time here is 10 p.m., right? It was around almost exactly the same time this week as well, 2 nights ago, when they had an ambulance set up at that exact same spot. So yeah, pretty obvious. They're attending to nothing legitimate as usual. See the repetition of these things, how regularly they happen. No coincidences. See us parked out there. Special constables inside the train station there. No one in the vehicle. I haven't seen them there in a few days. Didn't look like there's anyone in the vehicle when I passed there, but now there is somebody in there because they weren't attending to anyone. Oh look, you got the Ottawa Dyke March. Wow, wonderful. Wonderful. Interesting that they call it that too. It's like you want people not to say certain words and whatnot, and you go out of your way to ensure that language is controlled, and then you go and use the same words that you're telling other people not to use. It's just preposterous. Like if someone who wasn't of that sexual persuasion used that to describe one of those people, there'd be outrage, right? But time to end fossil fuel, more climate nonsense, climate change hoax. Yeah, there'd be outrage, right? But they can throw that around willy-nilly. It's okay. It doesn't make any sense. Like if you don't want people to use that and you find it offensive, then be consistent and don't use it yourself. Either that or like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just inconsistent and ridiculous. But that's how this communist system works. Control of language, and always pitting groups against each other, whether it be by sexual orientation, whether it be by race, whether it be by whatever they can do, whether it be by religion. They have to always create strife and pit these groups against each other. And some of it, a lot of it is manufactured, because a lot of these groups who they talk about on the controlled media are all fake, like BLM, you know, Antifa, Proud Boys. These are all fake groups. They all work together behind the scenes, and they work for the order out of chaos agenda. It is done to manufacture all this chaos that isn't real. They're paid to do that stuff, and they're funded to do it, and it's all manufactured. They don't really believe in the causes that they talk about. None of them, these frauds. That's all fake, that nonsense what they're talking about with the Proud Boys, the guy getting time in prison. That's all just to use as an example. And of course they're saying he got 33 years, which is of course your Masonic hoax code, which they put in all these things they're lying about, just to throw it out there in the faces of the people who know what's going on. So yeah, all those groups are fake. They don't really stand for the causes they claim to stand for, and they're just there to create constant chaos, to justify creating constant chaos, and that's what they're about. The same with the trucker convoy. It's all funded, it's all fake, and they're working to destroy democracy. they don't really stand for freedom at all. They work for the government, essentially. Most of them, like the people involved in it. So. It is what it is. I got what I needed anyway. Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, all these groups, their purpose is to create manufactured chaos. The whole Masonic order out of chaos agenda. And they're funded to do that. But they want real people to join these groups too. Firstly, because part of what it is, what they are honeypot operations. So they can determine who has certain ideological views, and in many cases, in some cases, put them on watch lists as a result of that. So they're put out there as bait. So notice now these people are following me. They stopped at the car as I slowed down there. Now they're following behind me here. Yes, so they put them out there as kind of like dangling a carrot out in front of a rabbit, right? Or honey, like the whole honeypot analogy, honeypot operation for a bear. They want to see who agrees with these groups ideologically. You will not leave you behind for Ukrainian. Most of that's fake and staged. It's all acting. There's literally videos you can find with film sets set up all over Kiev. The stuff they're saying is going on. You could see the streets. Nothing was even going on there. It just looked normal, just like here. Preposterous. And that's why they have to have people here walking, all these people walking around with the Ukraine flag. These are the same people who they use to push these lies. They're the same people who you see performing, shall we say, in these staged events. Now, take a look down here. As I come back down here, they got all the surveillance role players ready. So again, climate nonsense here. More of the climate change hoax. They have to reinforce that on the minds of people. Reinforce that lie. One headlight car right here, and a person holding a phone up at me, kind of. Oh, look at this now. Check this out here. You can see this with the camera. So now they got a fire truck over here as I'm coming back. I'll go down this way, do a quick cross here. Parked right across from the Stalker Special Constables here. See if we can catch a glimpse of these creeps. They're on both sides of the street too. So that's, you can see there by the station, that's right where I came out. Where the one fire truck is parked doing nothing next to the Stalker Special Constables there. Again, they're attending to nothing. There's nothing legitimate. Oh yeah, they're inside that's the train station that I just came out of to go to. And then I just walked up to the street to go to that little mini grocery store there. Now you can see they've already got, whenever they do these things, they have lookout people. Because they know people are being targeted, sometimes film these creeps, right? So, just walk down here. See if you can catch a glimpse of this staged nonsense. Yeah, it's totally fake. That's right where I came out of, just literally minutes ago. So, coming back from where I had to go, and they got these creeps set up right the area where they know I'm coming back. The truck number 74-21015. That's the truck number there, that one. Let's see if I can get the number of the other one, on the other side of the street here. Again, surveillance role players approaching me every single time this happens. You'll notice, swarming this side of the street as I'm down here. You got one guy just standing there kind of looking over. And then you got another group of people positioned up here because they know I film these things when they do it. So you'll notice the one guy just sitting over there staring across at me here. So I'm going to go over here and get some footage on this side as well of these actors performing their fake acting skit that they set up, fake call. Notice up there, so you got a group of people positioned there. That store is closed. There's nothing going on in there at all. Got a guy just standing here staring out at the street. That's a surveillance role player there, citizen operative. And then you got another person with a black hooded sweatshirt coming down here. What is that, like 2 dozen we've seen today? some footage here, these creeps. So yeah, they set up a fake call. This is them coming back here. I want to get the truck number in this vehicle. Yeah, now they're walking away. Notice that? The truck number here is 71B357. 71B357. And I already got the constable vehicle there. So again, they're inside, so they're not in the vehicles. They know this is the route I'm taking back here, so we got that. Got the number. Okay, good. Enough. Very obvious. That's literally, those are the doors I just came out of minutes ago. And they knew I was coming right back this way. So instead of positioning them right in front of the store where they knew I was going, because the last couple nights they positioned ambulances right next to that area where I just went. So when I went in there to pick up a couple things this morning, they have a fake call there, and they have these actors come and pretend that they have something legitimate to do. And another guy wearing a black hooded sweatshirt over there as well. That's about how many today already, right? Let's see. He's got it on too. That's it there. Sometimes I often get the bus here. Oh, you see, you got a motorcycle parked right here too. This guy's pulling out a phone now too. Notice this. He's got to go take footage of the fake event over here. Notice that? I think he works in the hotel, this guy. Another guy, look at this. Look at both of them, man. Oh, look at this guy. Look what he's doing. Notice that he held it right towards me, briefly at me. It looked like he took a picture. Now the actors are leaving. There's another one headlight vehicle here. Looks like the actors are leaving. Are they done? Let's see. The one truck pulled over in front of the other one. Now you saw what happened there. That guy, the guy who came out of the hotel. Now look at another guy coming out, standing on the sidewalk, staring at a phone now, because they know I'm recording this, right? So I've only got a bit of time till the bus comes, so I might not be able to see the rest of this acting, this Shakespearean performance here. Knows that event is fake, right? Otherwise he'd be looking down there, saying, "What's going on down there?" He knew it was already happening, so yeah, he comes out casually, points a phone directly at me as I'm walking by. Now you see another guy there, that guy with the baseball cap just beyond there. He's also just standing there with a phone. This is all because in case I go up and have any interaction with them, which I don't do. I just captured the footage. But you can see they always have people who swarm around whenever one of these fake events is going on. Now the guy from the hotel, a natural reaction, if he, upon seeing that, because he clearly saw it was there, would be to go down there, right? If you're taking the phone out. Instead, he stands at the intersection and holds the phone towards me, and he either got video footage or took a picture of me. One of the two. So that's what he's doing. Anyway, I gotta move on. But yeah, so anyway, back to what I was saying after that acting skit. That whole thing with, like all of these groups, they're all fake. They're funded groups. And they're funded to justify the destruction of democracy. That's what the purpose is. They create all these fake conflicts where they're having these fake standoffs with the police who are completely in on it. It's all orchestrated together. I witnessed, like I said, one of these ridiculous events in Toronto where they had all these tents set up all around the city. It was all manufactured, and most of the people who were in the tents weren't even homeless. Only a small percentage of them were. And the homeless who were obviously getting paid to partake in these things, but majority of them were just citizen operatives. You could tell just by looking at them and whatnot and seeing how they were, and I literally witnessed people going over with like scripts and directing these people, telling them what to do, while these fake protesters were set up like a film set. So that's how I know that all of this stuff is fake. Yeah, that's how I know that it's all staged. And again, there's ample evidence that these groups are 100% fake. You can see that scripted fake thing they did with that whole Trump thing a little while back with those idiots running into the White House with a camera crew. Give me a break. It's all staged. Anyone with a functioning brain can see that staged. But